Hello and welcome to another update video on Solana. So Solana is pushing and it has followed the script perfectly over the last few weeks. Really well. I can nearly not believe how well it's followed the forecast. By the way, if you appreciate the analysis, the videos, make sure to subscribe. Also leave a like. That would be highly appreciated. So let's just do a recap of what we talked about. I mean, the idea was already back in April that we could form a low in this region, but without any 5-wave move up, there is no clear setup. We were then tracking, obviously, together this move up into the May high. There was a support area for wave B. The price held it. We rallied again, however, only in 3 waves from the June lows. A lot of cryptocurrencies rallied in very similar ways from the June lows. In so-called 3-wave patterns. They do not usually offer a strong foundation for further price increases, but based on the context, the idea was that at least we're dealing with an A, B, C structure here, and the C wave could be a 5-wave move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From an Elliott wave point of view, which is an advanced method of chart analysis, not everybody understands it, but if you put a lot of work into it, try to understand it, you will never see the market the same way. Some people make it, some people won't, okay? It's not for everybody. So, but from an Elliott wave point of view, the C wave is always a 5-wave move. That told us that most likely, nothing is guaranteed, but most likely the market would move higher towards the $250 to $300 area. I posted that more than a month ago on X in our membership area. I talked about it here on YouTube. Sometimes it's easier to follow the written updates, so either consider to join our gold membership where you can get a lot of additional updates and chart updates as well and live charts and everything. You can also follow us on X. I recommend you do that if you're not doing that already. I posted this here early August, like more than a month ago. Highlighted here the pathway to higher prices, $250 to $290 in wave 3. Obviously, we needed the signal, which was the break of the trend channel, which happened. And then this was at $170. The price has gone up. I mean, over that, I mean, it's like a third wave that's unfolding. That's still the same wave count. And we're currently tracking here from that $170 level, where we had a break above that trend channel. The market has moved up 40%, more than 40%. It was this channel here, if I remember correctly, maybe. Yeah, I think it was here. So we had a channel, price broke, and went. For those who missed it back then, there was another support area here, I believe in wave B. There was another one that we talked. Yeah, there was one mid-August. So there were lots of setups in recent weeks for Solana for those who followed the pathway higher with us. But now we are obviously starting to approach that target area here that I mentioned. But based on the structure, it seems likely that the third wave could extend to $305. That's based on microstructures. But also, if we look at this here, we have a wave 1 and a wave 2. So one way of calculating targets for a third wave is we take the length of the wave 1 with a Fibonacci extension tool, which here on Tradingview, you can select on the left-hand side, go to the low of the wave 2, and then the projection in a third wave points to 138% extension. We know that based on our model, based on the guidelines, that's an early target, a first target for a third wave. So 305 is what I'm watching for. And then we could get another higher low in wave 4 and another higher high in wave 5, which could then take us to $360 to $380. Now, we have broken out of this wedge pattern, which is not an Elliott wave pattern, but it's one I highlighted because we had a trend line that we needed to get above, which kind of kept us down. So now that we have a break, there might be at some point a retest. There's something to watch for and maybe another high. So that is what I'm watching for. If we get that retest, that could be a pullback trade setup. Not that you have to take that. I'm just saying, like, it's these pullback setups, they are just like typical setups, right? Not sure if that's right for you, but from an Elliott wave point of view, that would likely be an internal fourth wave. Why internal fourth wave? And now we have to go to the smaller time frame. So again, this is now something for wave nerds. You have to be able to cope with that volatility on the smaller time frame and that speed, right? When you're dealing with these time frames. but that's what I mean, right? After the last update, the price hasn't really done much more, so we're kind of consolidating here around the $240 level. There are a couple of relevant levels here. I'm not gonna go too much into this, what they are, why they are there. But this is for this internal C wave of wave 3. That's an internal structure now, right? But we did say just now that 305 would be ideal for this third wave. So you see how the microstructures could take us there. Now, if Elliott wave is too complicated for you, I get that. You know, it takes a bit of time to learn. So, it just takes time to learn, like every tool. Like, when you look at any new analysis method and you're not familiar with it, it can be overwhelming. But what these labels show you is just a roadmap, right? So this is what we'd like to see. Yeah. Okay, it looks simple. It's not that easy, but it's that's basically what the roadmap says. So, and that the good news is those microstructures, they align very well with the larger time frame thesis I just showed you. So on the micro level here, we might get a retest of that area, specifically the boundary line of that wedge pattern around $225 is also the 38.2 retracement, which is an ideal support level or pullback area. By the way, if you stay till the end, we're also going to watch take a look at the Solana ETH, Solana Bitcoin charts. I kind of forgot to mention that. Sometimes people just come here for the levels, but actually a lot of people also want to see those ETH and BTC charts, and then they switch off early. So yeah, stay till the end, and we're going to take a look at them as well when we're done here. Just wanted to say a few words here about this pullback that could unfold as a 3-wave move. It might take us a little lower here, yeah, in this 3-wave move into the support zone. This is an ideal target area for a 4th wave, generally the entire zone between 215 and 232, but especially the area around the 38.2 retracement. Now, for an early indication that a pullback has started, we need to have a break of a technical level. $237, first indication. As long as we're above that, no sign of a pullback. I would expect the pullback from here, but it hasn't shown yet. Now, looking at the Solana ETH chart then, Solana is outperforming ETH still, okay? Sol ETH pushing, you see it? Yeah, we have a reaction to this support zone. This is only the weekly chart. There's no point in trying to analyze the microstructures here. And it's just something that helps us to understand the trend. We're clearly in an uptrend, but it's only a 3-wave move up into the January high. If we get 5 waves, yeah, translation, 5 waves is a proper uptrend that could indicate that long-term Solana is planning to outperform ETH. At the moment, we have a support area here between 0.026 and 0.05. We could get another low, but then it would start to look like 5 waves down. I would, for Solana to outperform Ethereum, also long-term, it would be helpful to now hold this low in August. Should it break, we have to reassess. Solana Bitcoin shows an interesting and very similar pathway. Also, we could be on our way higher in a 5th wave. Here it looks even stronger to me, especially from the last low there in June. April and June lows. Also held support back in 2023, held support in 2025, and we could be on our way higher in a 5th wave. As long as we break above the 2021 high, this would indicate that Solana plans to outperform Bitcoin long term. That's the update on Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, live chart access, many more updates, if you want to participate in our member live stream tomorrow, feel free to join our membership. The link is in the description. Also, feel free to follow us on X. Also here you can find a link in the description and in the comment section. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.